The entire world is feeling the impact of Russia's brutal war in Ukraine and on our energy markets. We need worldwide effort to invest in transformative clean energy projects to ensure that critical infrastructure is resilient to changing climate.
President Biden at the G7 yesterday calling for more clean energy development. This as gas prices here at home remain near record highs. Let's bring in Rick Perry, former energy secretary and former Texas governor. I found this jarring because just last week we reported on Germany restarting some of its retired coal-fired plants because they don't have enough energy, and the green energy revolution that we would all love to see is not quite here yet. But here's the president at the G7 saying just have more clean energy. Mr. Secretary, can you hear me?
I can. Go ahead.
Okay.
I thought you were showing something on the screen there. I apologize.
I just wanted to wind up and say I thought it was so jarring. And then, of course, I had a jarring pause. But here we are. We are together. Yes. I just don't understand what the president's position is at the G7 for that.
Let's just say we paused for effect there. And the president's effect here is stunning. The idea that you've got Germany asking to go back and crank up those coal plants. I think you had the Japanese during the G7 asking for a pause on this net zero and the push for electric cars. Everybody understands this was a feel-good effort, Dana. This is this genuflecting at the throne of the climate is a feel-good effort. John Kerry is out there wanting people to think that he has the climate's best interest in mind when he's flying around the world on his jet spewing out those emissions. I mean, the back and forth between these folks, the whiplash that they're causing the American people is stunning. The fact is, fossil fuels have allowed the people of the world, and particularly Americans, to flourish in their everyday lives. They've enjoyed things that are good, whether it's medical breakthroughs because of energy, whether it's ability to live in areas that have incredible hot temperatures in the summer, or for that matter, warming them in the winter. It's been fossil fuels that have done that. Yeah. And then for them to turn around and to say to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, please give us more production, when the United States is sitting on the largest reserves in the world. Mr. President, if you really want to make a difference, if you want to be honest with the American people, ask the American oil and gas industry to produce more for not just Americans, but for the world.
Help me also understand this. So one of the things that the G7 leaders agreed to is to try to put a price cap on Russian oil. How does that work, and how would that affect people here at home?
Well, it's just going to drive up the cost of gasoline. And when you run up the cost of energy, you're going to affect everything. It's one of the truisms that energy is at the basis of this inflation issue. I mean, when you look at what it costs now to go to the grocery store. I literally was in the grocery store this last week looking at the price of some things, and I was kind of like, holy mackerel. I mean, it's like, you know, a block of cheese that was like $4.60-something for a 1 pound block of cheese. I mean, it's like, good Lord, we're seeing these prices, and people all across the board, I mean, particularly the middle and lower middle class, really paying a huge price. And it goes back to the cost of energy. And we've got it, and you've got these radicals on the left, and frankly, radicals in the Democrat Party that are basically saying, we don't care. We're going to ride this pony until it completely collapses. And you're seeing that in Europe. Yeah. The Germans, the European Union, they've ridden this pony, and it is collapsed underneath them. They're kind of like, okay, let's get our coal plants back up. Let's not talk about this net zero stuff. We got to keep our
fresh horses.
Energy industry growing.
Yes, fresh horses are in need. Secretary Rick Perry, thank you so much for being with us. We'll stay on top of it. Have you back. Thank you.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.